Anyone that knows me in real life knows how bad my sleep schedule has always been. This is not a recent problem. I know you guys have been seeing me filming videos at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. This is not something new for me. Growing up, I always had trouble with my sleep schedule. It wasn't uncommon for me to stay up until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning on school nights and be dead in class the next day. But over time, I realized that this sleep schedule was not serving me in my life. For one, because I was getting at most 6 hours of sleep a night and trying to make up for it on weekends, time that should have been spent relaxing and doing the things that I loved. But also because it kind of puts you in a whole different space than other people. Because you're trying to operate on other people's time, but you're also trying to abide by your own sleep schedule and get enough sleep so that you can function in your day-to-day life. It just doesn't work. It's not sustainable for the majority of us, myself included. Now, YouTube has enabled me to have a nocturnal sleep schedule, which has been a very big struggle for me. It's been very difficult for me to find out how to develop a healthy, sustainable sleep schedule that allows me to get my work done and also abide by other people's schedules in a respectful manner and not lose sleep in the process. And I finally figured it out. After 21 years of trying to figure out a healthy sleep schedule, I finally figured it out. And the first thing that I did to get on that sleep schedule, the sleep schedule that I'm on right now, is I started using Premium Jane's products. Now, first off, I want to give a big thank you to Premium Jane for sponsoring this video, but I also want to give them a big thank you for helping me get my life together. Because if your sleep schedule isn't intact, the rest of your life will usually follow. But through their products, and in particular their Delta 8 products, which I'm going to talk about in a second, I was finally able to establish some degree of consistency in my sleep schedule. Now, I want to start off by saying this. Delta 8 is not weed. It is not marijuana. It is not the same thing as smoking a blunt. So I just want to clear up that misconception because I was very skeptical when I first started taking this. And you guys know that I would not promote something to you guys that I myself would not use. And as you can see right here, I have been using their product quite a bit. Now, Premium Jane offers a wide variety of products ranging from gummies to oils to topical creams, capsules, and even products for your pets. They sent me the gummies and the oils, and that's all I've needed personally. Now, the last time I partnered with them for a video, I talked more about the gummies and how much I loved those. This time I want to talk more about the oil because I feel like the oil can be even more beneficial for somebody who's trying to use this primarily as a sleeping aid. The oil processes faster in your body than the gummies do because the gummies have to go through your digestive system. The oil doesn't. You insert the oil under your tongue and you let it sit, and from there it's absorbed into your body very rapidly, and you'll notice the effects much quicker than you will with the gummies. Now, what are the effects of Delta 8, you might wonder? Basically, in my experience anyways, Delta 8 helps calm your nerves and ease tension. For someone like me, who is typically very stressed out, who overthinks a lot, who is always on go mode, this is very useful, especially when it's time to go to sleep, because nothing is worse than laying there in your bed and just thinking and not being able to go to sleep because of it. There's been times where I laid in bed for hours at a time because I was so deep in my own mind, so caught in scenarios that didn't actually matter. But Delta 8 has helped me fix that. Delta 8 helps you combat your overthinking, and it helps bring you back to the moment as a result. And when you're in the moment, you'll realize you're probably pretty tired at the end of the day. Once you get past all of your thoughts, all of the things that are keeping you awake mentally, you'll be able to go to sleep pretty quickly when you relax and calm down and just ground yourself in the present moment. And like I said, Premium Jane's Delta 8 has helped me do that. Now, I do want to drop a couple of quick disclaimers here. The first one is you need to make sure that you take the recommended dosage or less. Now, luckily for you, they have all of the suggested uses on the back of their products. They tell you exactly how much you're supposed to take. Do not make the same mistake that I made at first and take more than the recommended dosage. That is a mistake that I have made one time and one time only, and I will never make that mistake again. Delta 8 won't get you high in the same sense that weed might get you high. But if you take more than you're supposed to, you'll feel it. you will definitely feel it and you'll start to get diminishing returns. So make sure that you take the recommended dosage, and a great way to do that is by using the oil. The gummies taste really, really good. And if you don't have the discipline, you might end up taking more than you're supposed to just based off of that fact alone. With the oil, even though the oil doesn't taste bad, it definitely doesn't taste as good as the gummies, which can be to your benefit if you know you don't have the discipline to control yourself and your dosage levels. The second disclaimer that I want to make is that if you're somebody who is subject to regular drug testing, you need to be mindful that Premium Jane can't guarantee that their Delta 8 products will or will not show up on a drug test. They can't say for sure whether or not it will, so just be mindful of that. If you're somebody who is constantly having to take drug tests for work, maybe for school, if you're, on probation, parole, whatever, just be mindful of that. But for someone like me, I work for myself, I don't need to take drug tests, so I'm perfectly fine. And that's why I've been using their products, and they've worked. Like I said, they've helped me establish a healthy sleeping schedule once again. It's 4:26 p.m. as I'm filming this. A month or two ago, I would have been waking up right now. So just to say that I'm in the middle of my day, I'm getting work done, I'm being productive, that definitely helps me out mentally. It definitely has a very profound and positive effect on my mental health. So if you're interested in Premium Jane's Delta 8 products, be sure to use the link in the description to get 25% off of your order. Now, in addition to using Premium Jane's Delta 8 products, one of the main things that you need to understand about your sleep schedule is your circadian rhythm. Essentially, your circadian rhythm is your body's 24-hour cycle. Every 24 hours, your body goes through the same cycle over and over and over again. And that's why typically, if all conditions are equal, you'll find that you get tired around the same time every day. And you wake up around the same time every day. Now, sometimes if you're on technology or if you're out and about with your friends late at night, that'll throw your circadian rhythm off, which is why your sleep schedule is probably so bad, and that's why you're watching this video right now. But you have to learn to establish a solid, healthy circadian rhythm, something that is sustainable for you, realistic for you. For example, with me, there were times when I tried to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to sleep at 10 o'clock at night. And for about a week, I was perfectly fine with that. But all it took was for me to stay out with my friends one time past 10 o'clock, and it threw me off completely. It threw everything off. It wasn't sustainable for me. I know that I'm a night owl, and I should be able to indulge in night owl things. I should be able to go for a late night drive and enjoy that time alone at night. But at the same time, I know that I'm a morning person. I like to be up in the morning to get a head start on my day so that I can move at the pace that I want to move. I don't have to rush everything because I'm pressed on time from waking up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So what I determined is that sleeping from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. is the most sustainable, realistic sleeping schedule for me. It's the sleeping schedule that allows me to indulge in everything that I want to indulge in while still getting enough sleep and finding consistency, most importantly. You want to make sure that you're sleeping at the same time every single day and waking up at the same time every single day. And after a few weeks of doing this, your body will naturally get the message. It'll start to release more melatonin whenever you're supposed to be going to sleep. And when you wake up, you'll feel more energized because your body will adapt. So you need to pick a time specifically to wake up. Pick a time that you want to wake up at and then move 8 hours backwards. That's the time that you go to sleep. And set your alarm, and when your alarm goes off, you wake up and you stay up. Do not hit the snooze button. Don't hit the snooze button. Don't turn your alarm off and go back to sleep. That's something that I was guilty of for a long time. Don't do that. Stop. You're only messing up your own circadian rhythm and thus your life. Because like I said, if your sleep schedule is messed up, it's very likely that your life will reflect that. Now, like I said earlier, your circadian rhythm works on autopilot, but there are a lot of ways that you can throw your circadian rhythm off, especially through the use of technology. Now, a great way to combat this is to utilize technology's night mode features. Pretty much every modern day smartphone, tablet, or computer will have a feature that allows you to enter night mode. And what that means is that it'll limit the amount of blue light. Blue light is what keeps you awake. Blue light is what triggers your body to release the hormones that keep you awake, that keep you energized, and thus prevent you from getting any type of good sleep. When you use night mode, you'll notice that your computer or whatever screen that you're looking at will have a more yellow tint to it. And that will allow your eyes to rest. It'll give your brain that signal that it's time to go to sleep. And not only that, but a lot of times you can also use night mode at specific times. So let's say, for example, you know you need to be asleep at 9 o'clock to wake up at 5 o'clock the next day. You can set night mode to start at 7 o'clock p.m. You want to make sure that you activate night mode at least 2 to 3 hours in advance before you go to sleep. Ideally, you'll be off of technology completely. But I know there's some of you watching this right now at 3 o'clock in the morning on your phone in a dark room. I understand that. If you paid $1,000 for a phone, you should be able to use it whenever you want. But at least use night mode at night. Now, speaking of night, another great thing that you can do for yourself is develop a nightly routine. A ritual, rather. Make it something that you have to do every single night. And not only night, but morning as well. Develop a morning routine. You want to have a ritual. You see, a lot of times when you wake up, if you don't know what you're going to do, you just end up going back to sleep. So that's why you want to have something that you know you're going to do every night and every morning. And once your mind and your body adapt to your new night and morning routines, your circadian rhythm will follow. It'll reinforce that circadian rhythm that you're building. Your body will know that once you wake up and you meditate, it's time to stay up. It's time to go on about your day. Over time, your body will get the message. Your mind and your body are very powerful, and there's a very strong connection between the two. But routine and rituals are a great way to kickstart that connection and to program your mind to operate a certain way and to send certain signals to your body at certain times of the day. Another thing that you can do to repair your sleep schedule is to exercise every single day. Exercise every day. Make sure that you're at the very least going for a walk, doing some jumping jacks, do something. You could be doing push-ups while you watch this video right now. You don't have to go to the gym and work out for 3 hours. You don't have to join a sports team. You don't have to train like a professional athlete, but make sure that you're active, doing just enough to, at the very least, make yourself tired. Because what you want to do is you want to establish practices that make your mind tired, and you want to establish practices that make your body tired. Now, like I said earlier in the video, Delta 8, Premium Jane's Delta 8 is a very great way of making your mind tired. It helps you combat your overthinking and just ease tension. But at the same time, you also need to find ways to ease tension in your body. And exercising every single day is a great way of doing that. I promise you, if you get in a good workout and you take Delta 8, you're going to be out. You're going to be asleep within 30 minutes of taking it. Because your body and your mind are going to be so tired that you have no choice but to go to sleep. And if you just do that for the first few days, then, like I said, your body will get the message. You'll establish that circadian rhythm and you'll be able to live by that.